Did Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Sebelius break the law when she helped raise money from private companies over which she has regulatory authority, all about setting up Obamacare? GOP Senators Lamar Alexander, R-Tenn, Hatch, and Tom Coburn want to know whether Sebelius has crossed an ethical or legal line, and they are all calling for an investigation by the department's Inspector General. Joining us now by telephone is Tennessee Republican Senator Lamar Alexander. Senator Alexander, thank you very much. Has Ms. Sebelius broken the law in your judgment?
That's what we want to find out, Larry. I mean, we three senators have asked the Inspector General what the facts are, and three of us in the Senate and three in the House, three committee chairmen, have asked the Government Accountability Office, is she raising money from people she regulates, number one, and number two, and maybe more important, is she making an end run around Congress by doing with private money in a private entity what Congress refused to do?
But just let me ask you, okay, those are great points. Number one, as I understand it, sir, she's raising money to finance the health care exchanges in states that refuse to participate. They've basically run out of money. So she's going to insurance companies and others who will be involved in those exchanges. Therefore, with clarity, she's raising money from people she's regulating. I don't see how you can do that.
Well, you can't if that's what she's doing, and that's what the Washington Post and the New York Times said she appeared to be doing, and we haven't accused her of doing that. We've asked the General Accounting Office and the Inspector General what the facts are, and if she is doing that, that's unlawful. But the other point is really a bigger point. You can't make an end run around Congress. I mean, that's what got Oliver North in trouble 25 years ago with Iran-Contra. If Congress says you can't do it, the Obama administration can't go out and raise private money and set up a private entity and do it anyway. And that's what we've also asked about.
So this is the, I may be mistaken, but from my budget days, this is the Anti-Deficiency Act.
No, you're exactly right.
Yeah, you're
exactly right.
I mean, if you have an allocation, you can't bust that allocation by passing the hat in the private sector, so you're running your own budget.
No, that's exactly right. And sometimes when I've said that the Iran-Contra, people have said, well, that has to be very different. But there was an Iran-Contra committee 25 years ago, and it made a very specific point. It said if a president can create a private entity and raise private money for a domestic agency, it said, to do what Congress said you can't do, why then you don't need a Congress. I mean, our founders didn't want a king, or at least most of them didn't, and they created a Congress and gave it the exclusive power of the purse. So making an end run around Congress in that way is also unlawful.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you, Senator Alexander. We appreciate you very much. So is this Sebelius.